WWDC 2026 will be along in about 6 weeks from the time I am recording this. Not so long to wait. Anyway, when that comes out, I would hope and expect that they would be telling us something about Smart Siri, the Siri that will be infused with Gemini, supposedly. Maybe not Gemini, who knows? No, it's got to be Gemini, right? It's got to be Gemini at this point. Everybody's talking about Gemini. Mark Gurman says it's going to be Gemini. That's good enough for me. Apple, don't you screw up my faith in Mark Gurman by changing it to something else at the last minute. No, you stay. Okay, yeah. Apple always listens to me. Anyway, okay, so when that happens, the pundits, the people that have 50,000 or 50 million fans here on YouTube and podcasts, and they go on TV shows and stuff like that. Those guys that you listen to, Mark Gurman and the rest. Well, I shouldn't talk about some of my favorite podcasts, but well, it's tempting. Anyway, those guys are either going to say, "Hey, Apple, you did it! You knocked it out of the park! It's wonderful! It's wonderful!" Or they're going to say, "Hey, you suck, Apple! You screwed it up again, and you're never going to get anywhere. You're going to be out of business in a few years, idiots!" That's not nice, but that's what they'll say because they already hate Apple, so that's okay. Or they're going to say, it's okay. I kind of hoped it would be able to do more than that, but it will improve over time, and I'm still holding on to my Apple stock. Yeah, okay. Well, I am too, but it's always done me well. So anyway, oh no, there's another possibility. Oh, I was thinking of that this morning, and it has to do with this song from my youth, and you may not be old enough to even remember this, but the lyrics in there include, "Will I see you in September?" It's about a boy that doesn't know if his girlfriend will survive going to summer camp, meeting some other guy, and not loving him anymore when he comes back. It's a very 60s type song. Anyway, a lot of junk songs in the 60s. But I liked that song. I thought it was cool. What do I know? I am not a musical person. Anyway, I thought of that because Apple could, at WWDC, say, "See you in September." They could say, "No, we're not." Well, they're not going to say, "No, we're not telling you anything about Smart Siri now." They could just not tell you anything about it and not put it in the betas and say, "See you in September." You'll get a chance to play with it then. I don't think that's possible to do. They got to get beta testing on it, so it's got to be in the betas, right? It's gotta be in the betas. It better be in the first beta. I don't want to wait. Are you listening, Apple? No, never mind. Anyway, the thing is, if they screw any of that up, if they put it off to beta 2 or beta 3, or even if they sing, "We'll see you in September," I'll be pissed. Yes, I'll be upset, angry, annoyed, frustrated, but I'm not going to be worried. I'll be worried if Siri is a chatbot. And the reason I'll be worried if Siri is a chatbot is because a chatbot opens up all kinds of liabilities and risks for Apple. They could get sued. They could really tick off a lot of customers. It's just not a good thing. Anything to do with the device? Yeah. Write shortcuts, sure. Teach me how to do a pivot table, or just do a pivot table for me, because I can never remember how to do it, and I screw it up every time, and it's giving me the wrong stuff. I should be able to say, "Hey, gal, go make me a pivot table that shows me this," and it should do it. And that's the type of thing that Siri should be able to do. It should be able to find something in my email that would take me a half an hour or never could find, because my Gmail goes back to, well, I don't remember how far it goes back, but it goes back a long, long ways. And so many things that would be easier to do. Maybe you could even keep track of what my settings are right now and tell me if anything changed due to an upgrade. That type of thing. Anything I should look at. Those are the things that Siri should be doing. on-device things, things that have to do with what we do with our phones, our iPads, our computers, our Apple TV box. That's what it should be doing, is working with us, making our life easier there. Not answering questions about Donald Trump, not helping someone with their depression. And by the way, I am not a depressed person at all, ever. Well, that's not true. I have been at times, but at the moment and for some time now, I've been a very happy dude. And amazingly enough, I have far less money and resources, but I'm still happy. Oh, strange the way the mind works. Anyway, those are the things that are important. If they don't do that, if they put out a chatbot where people can ask it anything, where somebody can come in and ask about their depression and have the chatbot get nasty about it and lead them in the wrong direction there, rather than telling that person to go find a psychiatrist or a psychologist or somebody that can help them with their problem, then it's not good. Potential for real harm and potential for tremendous reputation damage and anger towards Apple. Heck, it could lead to the government getting involved with it and doing awful things. Now, Apple will not be the only one to make this mistake. We understand from news today or yesterday, I forget exactly, that OpenAI and that crazy Jony Ives are going to come out with a phone that's going to compete with Apple, because it's going to be an AI phone. It won't have apps. It will only have AI that you'll tell it what you want done. That makes absolutely no sense to me. Yes, there are things like that we use AI for and should be able to, with Smart Siri, but they're not the common things we do. We scroll, we look, we like to read things, we like to do our own spreadsheets for some things because we're not really sure what we're doing, but we want to lay it out first, and if it gets too complicated, well then yeah, we're going to need some help. I don't think that ChatGPT's or OpenAI's smartphone is going to work at all. I think that's going to be another big flop. And of course, everybody said Apple was going to flop too. Remember Microsoft? They said Apple was going to flop. So here's Apple saying that OpenAI is going to flop. And yes, I do. I say that they're going to flop. Anyway, I hope that Apple does the right thing and either comes up with some miraculous way that I can't imagine of being sure that the chatbot coming in Siri does no harm, or they just do what I said, is keep it totally separate. Put it out there with Anthropic and ChatGPT and anybody else that wants to play the game on Apple, that wants to have a presence on Apple, which, I'm sure that eventually they all will, because there's so many Apple phones in the world, and particularly in the United States, that it's just foolish to ignore the opportunity to have your product as an option for Apple users. But whatever, put Gemini in the same position. Don't keep it as part of Siri. Don't let Siri be a chatbot. You'll be very foolish. Apple, will be very foolish if they do. It's a big, big risk, and there's a lot of potential damage. Either that or some brilliant person at Apple, Johnny Ternus. Is Johnny Ternus? Yeah, I think it's John Ternus. Anyway, boy, 78 years old, and I still got my hair, and maybe nothing underneath it anymore. I don't know. Whatever. It's bad, Apple. I hope you don't do that.